Hello friends, welcome back to Azure 204 Lab 6 Exercise 1. Okay, now here is lab scenario. If you want, you can go through it one more time. And here is exercise 1. It says create an Azure AD application registration. Now let's go to the Microsoft's learning portal. Okay, so here we are. You can find the link in the video description. Lab 6 Exercise 1. It says create an Azure Active Directory or Azure AD application registration. Task 1 is to open the Azure portal. So I'll open this particular URL portal.azure.com. I sign in. Have to put my password here. Okay, it's good. So task 1 is just to open the Azure portal and sign in. Good. Now task 2. It says create an application registration. So we need to go to the under all services. We need to go and look for active Azure Active Directory. Okay. And from there we need to select app registration in the manage section. And then we need to go and click on new registration. Okay. So now follow me here. I'll just type here active directory. It's here, right? You can see here. Click on this one. And from here we need to go and look for under manage. We need to look for app registration. It's here. And click on this one, new registration. Okay. Now, perfect. Let's go back to the portal. Now, step 5 is register an application. So name, we need to go and put this name, Graph App. In the supported account type, select the account in this organizational directory only. Okay. And in the redirect URL, we need to select public or client native. Textbook, enter this one. Okay, so we'll do this one by one. So in the name, I'll put as Graph App. Here I'll go and choose account directory default, yes, and in the redirect URL we need to select client native and we need to paste this value. So I'll go and select client native, this one, public client native, and here is the URL. Okay, so Graph API and accounts in this organization directory only, default directory single tenant, the first one. Perfect, so we are good here. Let's go and register. So basically here we have a register one application called Graph App. Okay. Now, okay, so this is done. Now enable the default client type. So in the Graph App application registration blade, select authentication in the manage section. In the authentication section, perform the following. We need to go and look for default client type and we need to enable it. This one. Okay. So just follow me here. Graph App authentication, and we need to enable client default client type, enable yes, and save. So we are good. Let me close. Let's go back to the browser. So here we are done with task 3. Task 4, what it says, record unique identifier. So in the Graph App application, we need to go to overview, and from overview section we need to save the value of application client ID and directory tenant ID. So we need to copy these two values for later use. So let me just go and close resource group. Oh, there is no resource group. Sorry. Active Directory. So app registration. Here is Graph App. Okay. Click on this one and from the overview. Okay. So we need to copy application client ID. I'll paste here in the notepad. I'll type here application client ID and we also need to copy this one, directory tenant ID. Okay, so I'll just directory or tenant ID. So let me close this one. Now here we are done with the exercise 1 review. In this exercise, you created a new application registration and recorded important values that you would need later in the lab. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.